welcome back. Let's jump right into the video. So first I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow, and as you can see, I'm starting with a line right underneath my eyebrow, and I'm elongating it out towards my ear, towards my temple. I like to do this especially since I don't have a full brow. If you don't have a lot of brow hair like me, you do have to go in and kind of like stencil out your eyebrow. So that's what I do here. I do a line at the bottom and a line at the top, and if I'm feeling the shape, I'll go ahead and start filling it in. Wherever you make that first initial stripe with your brow product is where you're gonna distribute the most like pigment. It's where it's gonna be the most darkest, and you don't want to have that towards the front of the brow. So I always like to start with the tail of my brow, and if it does get a little too dark for you, you can take a little spoolie in and just brush it out, and it softens it up and doesn't make it look so harsh. The good thing I like about this brush is how thin it is. So with no pressure, I'm going to take whatever's left on my brush and kind of drag it towards the front of my brow and do these like hair-like strokes to mimic those hair-like growth that I have in my eyebrow. Because I don't want it to look too bulky and too boxed like in the front of my brow. I want that to kind of just like fade in and look very natural and have all the structuredness towards the end of my eyebrow. So here I'm just filling it in with a brown shadow just to set that pomade. And like I said, if it gets too dark, go ahead and brush it out. And now taking a very light taupey shade, I'm gonna do that same thing that I was doing before and mimic these hair-like strokes just so it can all blend nicely, because in pictures you want to make sure that everything's covered all in that area. You don't want anything to look like there's any spaces or gaps in between. So now taking my tinted brow gel, I'm first brushing it out, my brow, and then putting a lot of pressure is where I'm going to actually get the pigment from the brow tint. I'm sorry, from the brow gel. So that's what I was doing there. And then here I'm setting my eyebrow with some hairspray. Taking it old school is the oldest trick in the book, but trust me, it works. So now I'm cleaning up my eyebrows. So this is something that I never used to do. I would just do my eyebrows last, believe it or not. I like to do my eyebrows first just because there is a lot of cleaning up and a lot of concealer and foundation that I like to use. So first just cleaning it up with my concealer. This is the regular concealer that, the concealer that I use for under my eyes. It's the Maybelline FITME. And I'm just shaping out my eyebrow, making it look nice and flaky. This actually made my eyebrow game go from 0 to 100, is the cleaning up. It makes such a difference at the end, especially if you're doing more of a dramatic look and you want your brows to stand out. Concealing under them and cleaning up with that will be perfect. But you don't want to take the concealer on the top. So here I'm taking the foundation I'm going to be wearing for the day and cleaning the top of my brow. If you use a concealer to clean the top of your brow, it's going to add like this halo effect on your eyebrow, and you want your brow to look lifted. So you want to keep all the lightness underneath the brow. So here I was just setting my eye with the concealer just to prep it for the wing liner, and that's the brows done. Now to wing liner. So I'm going to only be using a liquid liner today, but no matter what the product was, I would be doing the same technique. So I'm first drawing a line, this is going to be more of a dramatic wing, I guess, but it's still going to be on the thin side. So first I'm drawing this line going straight, and then not at the tip of that wing, right underneath is when I'm going to place down the product again and drag it all the way inwards until it stops me. And then once I like that shape, I'll take a look at it, and then I'll go in with more product and connect it towards my inner corner, making it very straight. A lot of the times after I apply lashes, my liner kind of changes, so I'll show you later on in the video how to adjust that. So for now, I'm just going with the shape that I'm going with here. As you can see, once I like it, I'll take my NYC Liquid liner and fill it all in. I love this liner. It's so matte and it's so black. I absolutely love it, and it's only like $2. And don't worry, all the products I'm going to list here on the screen for you, or I'll list down below in the description box. So now for lashes, I'm taking these Glamour lashes by Ardell. They're number 113s. They're a thin band. So first I apply my clear lash glue. It is white, but it is dry clear. And I like to touch base right on the center of my eyelid. And then I press down on the outer corner, let that dry really quick, and then I'll do the same thing on the inner corner. And not that it really helps moving my hand like a fan. I feel like it helps, I don't know. But I like to have it sit there for just a second, let that glue dry. I'll adjust it, I'll move the lashes around. That way when I go in with like a eyelash curler, it doesn't like take off my eyelash. That was one of my biggest fears too, and we'll get to that later in the video. So letting it dry is major key. You don't want to go in and cover it up just yet. So here, this is when I'm going to fix my eyeliner, because once I applied the lash, it did kind of tweak my eyeliner a little bit. So I'm not covering the white just yet. I'm still going to let that dry as much as I can, but I'm just going to straighten out my eyeliner a little bit. And then going in with the NYC Liquid liner, I'm going to hide the rest of that lash glue on the band. So I don't like to apply mascara to my lashes and then curl them, because that like made a big problem for me. That would always make my eyelash pop off right onto the eyelash curler. So I like to curl my eyelashes prior to applying my mascara. And then the mascara that I'm using today is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. And now for the lower lashes, I just put a very light tan shade, and then I'm going to put a little bit of a brown shade just to add something there to kind of make it, what's the word, like blend, duh, make it blend in with the liner on the top. I don't want it to look completely blank on the bottom. You want to have a little pigment there. That also is going to help your eye appear larger, since I'm not putting anything in my waterline. Now that the eyes are done, I'm going to show you one little trick. This is elongating that inner corner to make it look more like a cat eye. So I'm taking a black eyeshadow and simply just connecting it to that liner and dragging it out towards my inner corner. As you can see here, it does get a little dark, so all you got to do is just get a blending brush, brush away the product to make it look softer, and then go back in with your black. It's a really super easy trick. I recommend doing it with eyeshadow though. I don't pull out the eyeliner for this one. I only do the black eyeshadow. Just makes it more softer and you can fix your mistakes easier. But it's pretty simple. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you did. And I'll check you out in my next one. Bye!